Holman, who has won twice, takes on Bryan Goebel, and it's been a while since Marshall has won 2 games in a row in the championship round.
Well, as his confidence builds, who knows? You know, he hasn't won since '88, and he's looking to get off that number 21 title. He wants that 22nd victory badly, but he has to win this semifinal match.
Breakdown on the pair. Comes out gunning through the nose and leaves the baby split on lane 45.
And interesting, in between commercials and everything, our statistician here, Chuck Pierce, said he hadn't had an open yet. And right away leaves the baby split. See if Chuck put the kiss of death on him here.
Now this is just like making the 3-6-10.
Almost. Got to hit that 3-pin a little bit more on the right. He knows what to do, though. He threw a hook at it, Denny. Stays clean.
The question is, will he be able to maintain his health? You can see that he's having a hard time with the nerves.
Almost went between these. He just nixed the 3 and just nixed the 10. I'll tell you what, that came from a whisker of getting 0, getting 8 out.
Player who seems to bowl his best on ESPN in the summer months, won his first title in Tucson last year. Bryan Goebel comes out quickly and doesn't quite get the messenger job done on the 10.
Bryan's made some adjustments in his game. He's still taking 6 steps like he used to, but he's moved back on the approach. He's not getting the ball as far out on the lane as we've seen him in years past. And one of the reasons is he's trying to get a more even reaction as the ball goes down the lane. It's kind of like Marshall going to that negative weight.
Bryan had mentioned he made those changes to try and become more consistent and score on the PBA condition this winter.
As we said, Bryan takes 6 steps. He's moved back to the 15-foot mark. He used to stand up to the 12. Now he steps. Now he starts to push the ball. From here, it's a 4-step delivery. Ball's a little bit early here. He holds it up above his head, a quick 3rd step. Nice follow through. Head nice and steady.
Yeah, when he won in Tucson, he was throwing the ball to the arrows.
That's right.
Good turn, banks the gutter, flush hit, leaves a solid 10-pin.
And there's his wife, Kelly.
And she's had an eventful day. She flew into LAX arrived at 9:30 this morning and just walked in the door about 5 minutes ago.
Oh. Well, if his timing is as good as hers, then he's in for a good afternoon.
And I'm concerned with my timing from here to Orange County Airport when we're done to try and get home this evening. It's an experience out here in Southern California. Of course, you grew up out here.
Right. I did grow up out here in Southern California. These beautiful days. It's going to be 74 today. Right. Cloud in the sky. Perfect.
I have no problem with the weather. It's the cars. The traffic.
Well, you just learn to live with that.
Right. Okay. I'm going to do that this afternoon. Marshall with a little more swing. Turned it a touch early, but got away with it. I think he needed that strike here in the semifinal game to get himself started.
Well, he wants to get into that nice rhythm that we know that he can, as he gets into in qualifying so many times. He's asked for a re-rack on the left lane. And we're still waiting for that re-rack. Here it goes.
Miss Kessler on hand here this afternoon. Gretchen Scottsdale along with Dan Segovia.
Did you say you had a date with her this evening?
No, sir. Okay. Nope. I'm leaving.
Oh.
Heading back to
Copley, Ohio.
Or
no.
No.
Banks that and gets the double. And when we say he banks it, it means he gets it to the 1 board. And it kind of quivers there and then comes back.
A determined and rejuvenated Marshall Holman with that strike.
Marshall now is bowling like we've seen bowling qualifying so many times, but just not too often on television.
This time you could see Bryan got that ball just a little inside his target, and the ball did not hook as much.
Indicates that there is a little bit more oil left as that ball skidded a little bit further, leaves the 2-8. Can't get over the difference in his game as far as that loft. He just doesn't get the ball anywhere near as far out of the lane as he used to, and made both styles work fairly effectively.
I think what that also indicates, Mike, is a willingness to try and adapt a little bit. To try and change and be a little more versatile and to learn your game.
And just not being stubborn, you know. My coach used to always tell me, you got ears on you. You got to listen to what the lane tells you.
And of course, that's Wendell Unzicker, the general manager of Kessler here in Southern California, and he will be the gentleman presenting that $24,000 check when we wrap up here in Riverside.
Looks pretty young, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Of course, everybody's starting to look young to me now. So.
See, now you should be proud of me, because when you were talking about you used to go to the negative weight to get the more even roll and not get the fierce over and under reaction, I said, well, how in the world could you ever how could you ever create an over and under reaction with the kind of ball you used to throw? I mean, did it look like 2 more boards or 1 more board? But I didn't. I let it go by.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. As Bryan leaves the 3-6-10 and tries to convert it here in the 4th frame.
And the other thing is I've created also a problem for myself, because the other night on the ladies' show I was talking about a couple of Durbins that had been left, the 3-6-9-10s.
And they didn't know what a Durbin was?
Well, they did, but now Leila Wagner wants a spare or a split named after her. So we're at this point in time trying to determine what that will be. I'm hoping she doesn't want the 5-7-10, but we'll wait and see.
Marshall trying for a turkey and a 26-pin lead. High. Speak of the devil.